Welcome to the Little Nugget Show. What a strange day. We weren't even supposed to be here, but I had it scheduled, so I might as well show up. A few unfortunate events happened today. One of which was that the Denver Nuggets had to reschedule their game with Memphis. So we don't get to talk about the Nuggets, but we can talk about whatever. The other unfortunate thing, which at first was fortunate, now we can watch the Broncos. And the Broncos fall to the lowly New England Patriots for the first time at Mile High. Chuck. Okay. Since at least Tom Brady's career, right? Because Tom Brady was 0-3 in Denver or whatever. But they had it out. Cards stacked against them. I think they would have beat the ever-living snot out of them with Bo Nix at the helm because the defense was super strong. Their defense wasn't bad either, but when you're playing against a guy who hasn't thrown a pass all year, not that hard, especially when your coach is so fucking stupid to not kick a field goal. When you pretty much have the points on the board already, and then to call, I know, let's just wait till it starts snowing nonstop, and we'll just call every play a pass play. Like, what the fuck, dude? You got to run the ball. Run it 3 times. If you only get 8 yards and you don't get the first down, then punt it. You were winning the field position game. They could have had him beat. They could have had him beat. With the backup quarterback, they could have had him beat. Although I think, all things for a reason, because had the Broncos won this one, squeaked this one out, so to speak, 13-10 maybe, they would most likely be going to the slaughterhouse against Seattle. Now, I guess Seattle's probably playing right now, but I don't give a about that game. Actually, I do have 2 LA Rams jerseys. And the funny thing is, the same people that own the Nuggets own the Rams. That's weird. And they actually, I don't think they're going to do it, but you never know. But I have a Von Miller jersey from when they won the Super Bowl and a Cooper Kupp jersey from when they won the Super Bowl. The Rams. So hopefully New England goes to the Super Bowl, gets slaughtered by Seattle so that the universe is set straight from Marshawn Lynch's. That's ironic. So now that I remember, Marshawn Lynch was ready to blast through and score a run at the end of the game. And their coach, Pete Carroll, I guess, yeah. Wasn't he like 100 back then and now he's still coaching? Decides to call a pass play with Russell Wilson, and they throw the ball away and lose. Yeah, that was dumb. But that was against New England, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. And now Denver, with stupid coaching decisions, has given the game to the New England Patriots yet again. But next year's going to be a hell of a year for the Broncos, I can tell you that. Bo Nix looking sharp. Broncos looking sharp. Defense always strong. That's back-to-back years we led the league in sacks. And they came. They came hard. That doesn't sound good. They came to play hard in the first half, and they played hard in the first half. But when it got snowy, you got to change your ball game. You got to change your... It's just the way you play. Any kid that plays in the snow knows. All you're trying to do is hold on to the ball. There ain't no passing. You're not going to throw a down the field pass. You might throw some little ones, but you probably drop half of those. You just got to learn to run the ball in the snow. And all they needed was a couple of first downs. All they needed was one fucking first down. and old Stidham actually ran for it. And he didn't know whether he was sliding or diving, when he should have just juked a little and dove at the last second. He would have got the first down. Sacrifice your body. We don't care if you get hurt. Like if you lose both quarterbacks going into the Super Bowl, then the pressure is really off. But no, he came up a yard short, and we did not get the first down. And I think they punted the ball away, and the rest is history. New England walks into Denver, and now they're getting on the plane and flying out, leaving that L on the back of the Broncos all year long. Every team ends the year in a loss except for the Super Bowl champion and the Raiders. Can you believe the Raiders freaking won the last game of the year? It's like they're trying to tank for the number one pick, but they had the number one pick already in the bag. And so they decided to beat the Chiefs. Not just beat them, but beat them on a last-second 60-yard field goal. Good for you, Raiders. Maybe it's a turning around. Now you got Fernando Mendoza as the quarterback. Might be fun next year. Mendoza versus Knicks. But enough about the Denver Broncos. Or the Denver Donkeys, as we're calling them today. Burros. Los Burros. The Broncos can now jump on the plane to Cancun. So let's get back to the Nuggets. What's crazy is that I finished the game and ate lunch and passed out. And I literally woke up 5 minutes before 7, and I was like, oh, shit. And I'm trying to stick to my druthers here. And if I schedule a show, I'm damn well going to do it come hell or high water. And whether there's somebody here or not. And by the way, if you are here, make a comment because we can chat about that. If not, or jump to the beginning because you missed all the good stuff already. And put me on 1.5 speed. I sound smarter. And when you catch up, it goes back to normal speed when you catch up live. Let's see if we can pull up some NBA news. We can at least talk about all the other nonsense going on in the NBA. How's your day going? Do you love it when people like that at the checkout are like, oh, we're sitting here waiting. It's awkward silence. Should I say, how's your day going? Yeah, my boss told me I should ask. I should just, or is that how kids are now? Let's check games. All right, here we go. Give me 2 seconds to pull this up. Mother, father. Share screen. Tab. Share. Oh, it always jumps back. I hate that. And if I get on this thing, then we are going to zoom in. Today. All right, so the Pistons took care of the Kings, and we got them next. Oh, that's going to be rough. Oh, what? The Warriors just absolutely bitch slapped the Timberwolves. Yay. That's cool. Nuggets postponed, time to be determined. The Spurs are up on the Pelicans. So we'd imagine the Spurs are going to win. T-Wolves lost another game. What are they like? That's several in a row now, isn't it? The Bucks and the Mavericks. What's going to go on there? God knows with the Bucks. The Thunder. Hey, they're only up 5. 6 minutes to go at home against the Raptors. I wouldn't mind seeing Toronto beat their ass. Then we got the Suns playing the Heat. I guess if the Suns take a loss, it doesn't hurt my feelings either. Anytime they lose to an East team, that's great. Any West team losing to an East team, wonderful. Which would be the Thunder, the Suns, and the Clippers, I guess. But I ain't going to lose to the Nets. Although, who was it yesterday? I didn't even see, but just one highlight of Boston and Brooklyn. Let's look back. Boston and Brooklyn went into 2 overtimes, I think. Not there. Yesterday against the Bulls. They're not playing 3 in a row, are they? Oh, it was 2 days ago. Final OT. I thought they went into 2 overtimes. And that they subbed this guy in at the last second, and Michael Porter got punked, and they made a 3-pointer to tie it or something. So they ended up winning, right? Did I not just see that? Yeah, the Nets lost. And today they will lose most likely again, even against the Clippers. So anything crazy tomorrow? We're not going to show the Nuggets game because we don't know when that'll be. The Warriors and Timberwolves are playing back to back. That's crazy. I wonder if they sat anyone. Or why are the Timberwolves losing so bad? I thought Anthony Edwards is face of the NBA. Pacers. Lakers, Bulls. Wouldn't mind seeing the Lakers lose tomorrow. And that's about it. And then Tuesday comes, and the Nuggets play the Pistons. There's one silver lining in the fact the game got postponed today. Well, I guess 2. Number 1 would be that they get to rest. But number 2 would be that Nikola Jokic, while still on injured reserve, isn't going to miss the game because they didn't play the game. They didn't play the scheduled game. So I believe he's missed 14 games at this point because he had missed 0 going into his injury. We know that from the commentator's curse, brought to you by Altitude. Nikola Jokic has been the anchor of stability for this team. He hasn't missed a game. He's been there for every game of the season, as they say, before the game starts. And then I don't want to say pops his knee because he hyperextended his knee. And I thought my world was over in the Nuggets universe. But it's not. We're back. And if he is able to start on Tuesday, he only missed 14 games. And I think you're allowed to miss like 17? Yeah, I think you can miss 17. So if he comes back Tuesday, we got our MVP. And hopefully he stays healthy all the way through the championship. Let's go to, do we have to do that first? Yeah, standings. Okay. So the Thunder had lost one. If they lose today, they will have lost 2 in a row, and it'll be 37-10. And then the world will be right with all the teams having double-digit losses. The Spurs are going on a 2-win streak if they win that one. Denver's on a 2-win streak and a 6-win streak on the road. Rockets don't matter. Lakers were trying to get to lose tomorrow. The Suns, they might lose tonight. And the T-Wolves went back one more loss. 27-18. They were where the Suns are. Now they're 10 games back and Denver's 6 games back. So Denver's 4 games above 7th and 5.5 games above 8th. Loving it. Oh, the T-Wolves have lost 5 straight. Oh my word. That's what I thought. Look at their losses. They are so big. Yeah, well, screw the Timberwolves. Not going to lie. Always going to say that. OKC and Minnesota. The 2 teams that we'll eternally hate. I mean, these teams we always feel bad for. The Pelicans and the Jazz. The Kings are like, well, Russ is playing for them, so that's fine. And Jokic always owns Sabonis anyway, so. The Mavericks, starting not to like them, but we did beat them, so. They beat us once and then wasn't liking them too much until it If we beat a team, I'm like, oh, poor guys. Oh, you poor guys. But when they beat, like Minnesota beat us freaking 5 games in a row or all year long, and then beat us in the playoffs, coming back from 20 down in the fourth. Fuck out of here, you cocky motherfucking baby daddy. Anthony Edwards. Let's get out of here. Let's get out of here. Or what else would we have to share then? I don't know if we'd have anything else to share. So what I'm probably going to do is leave this up as a Memphis show and then redo it exactly the same when the Memphis show happens. And then I will get in preparations for Tuesday night, the Detroit Piston show. That one will be at... How do we do that? Got to zoom out again. No, we don't have to zoom out. Go Denver Nuggets schedule. Share tab or share screen. Share. Add. Oh my God, I hate it when it does that. Why wouldn't it just add it anyway? I guess you could do it in studio mode. I'm going to have to work on that. Here we are with the schedule. Supposed to play in the Mile High City uniforms today. Good thing they didn't, because I'm literally washing that jersey as we speak. So the 27th against the Pistons at 7 p.m. Mountain Time in Denver. Tuesday. Barely awake from my nap. So they're going to wear Icon Blue at home against Detroit. I think that's a good sign. Pretty sure that is a good sign. Icon Blue at home. Maybe not. I mean, it's 7-2. That's one of the better win rates. Second best, actually. 10-5 and then 4-0. So at home in the blue, that's good. On the road in white is good, but then we'll be at home in white on Thursday. That's not bad against the Nets. I chalk that one up as a almost guaranteed win, because we're 1-0 in the white jerseys at home. And that's another white jersey at home game against Michael Porter Jr., who needs a little payback. And then we go to Friday. Oh, shoot, why do I keep yawning? Against the Clippers, and that's going to be in the 5280 City Edition jersey known as the Denver Rainbow Skyline. Cool. And then February starts 2 days later against Oklahoma City. It'll be a whole new month, ladies and gentlemen, a whole new season. And we will stay tuned and see if the Denver Nuggets can rise to superiority in the West, while Oklahoma City comes off their perch and falls and stumbles and deals with injuries themselves and barely makes it to the playoffs, limping in, even though they're the number 1 seed, and Denver's the 2 seed, and Denver wins. See, the 2 seed plays the 7, and then the 2 plays the 3. So we have back-to-back series at home before we go to Oklahoma City to avenge the loss from last year to the lowly defending champions. And everything will be right in the world with the defending champions having not won back-to-back. Yeah, they're definitely beatable, as San Antonio has showed. But Denver working on all cylinders with all people healthy, unbeatable. Write that down. So good night, everybody. Stay safe. I will see you Monday. Oh, my God. Why I say Monday? Tuesday at 11 p.m. because we go 4 hours from game time. Tip-off is 7 p.m. I will see you 11 p.m. Mountain Standard Time on Tuesday, January 27th. Ciao.